Okay, I'm back, and we're going to open this secret room. So, 4 great minds and the things they have in common. So, we're going to click on all these books, we're going to find out the greatest minds and what they have in common. So,
he added much to the knowledge of infectious disease and pharmacology.
Disease, pharmacology.
He was the greatest physician in history, the father of medicine.
I feel like that one's definitely one because he seems to have a lot of admiration for medicine, so we're just going to push that one in. Let's listen to the rest.
Brilliant. The first to identify both smallpox and measles.
Okay, so these sort of interline as well, these two here, but doesn't line with this one. We're just going to keep going.
He founded the modern science of anatomy.
Anatomy.
His early work in neurology is much neglected.
Neurology. Not too sure about that one.
Discovered the circulation of the blood.
Okay, that's not related at all.
The taxonomic classification he invented is still the one we use today.
And this one?
He was a book burner, but he invented chemotherapy and introduced chemistry into medicine.
Okay, that's medicine, so that's related to this one, so that one definitely.
He was a book burner.
I know what it was. Let's push it in. So, looks like we're going to be going for medicine.
My own small contribution to the body of medical knowledge.
Medical knowledge again. I reckon it's that one, and he seems to say my contribution, because he thinks he's so damn great.
This was the standard medical textbook for over 600 years.
This is also medical. I'm going to go with this one, because I feel like he has a very big ego, so we're going to push this one in. We need a book on this shelf. That involve medicine.
Discovered the circulation of the blood.
Well, that's not medicine, and this one wasn't.
He founded the modern science of anatomy.
Yeah, it's anatomy. It doesn't really say what this one is, though.
His early work in neurology is much neglected.
We're gonna push this one in. Because these two definitely aren't. Yep, they're not medicine related. Okay! Creepy dark room. Whoa! What have we got in here? I wonder if they knew about this secret room back here.
You said it would be soon, Dad. It's been a long time.
I'm sorry, Josh. I know it's hard. I'm doing the best I can.
So, Oliver, you are making progress.
Okay.
Why don't you stop?
Can't you see what is happening? Don't you know that you are more alive than you've been in years? The fear has made you strong.
What?
Why don't you just tell me where the secret room is?
Why do you fight me, Oliver? Don't you see how fear and pain have helped you solve these problems? With every step you are coming closer to me. If you fail, you will die. But you should at least be satisfied that I will train your son in your place.
What?
I will never give in.
I see that the time you have spent here has not had the desired effect. Very well. Against my better judgment, I will help discipline you. There. I have removed the elevator handle to focus you more closely on the task at hand. Remember, Oliver, you have only until dawn.
Great. Thank you. He's taken that away, just to make it even better.
It's locked.
That probably leads to the secret room, too. What's in here? Oh! Why? It looks like I can heal myself now.
Quinine. Take it if you believe the neurotoxin was malaria.
No, it's plague.
That is antivenin. If you think
The
the
snake.
toxin was snake venom, then this is the vial you should choose.
Nope. Where's the one for plague?
The vial contains chloramphenicol, an antibiotic that is effective against typhus.
So it must be this one, is that right?
This is streptomycin, which is used to combat bubonic plague.
I'm gonna save my game because I don't trust you. How about that? Alright, let's administer this stuff. I'm just gonna make sure it did save though. I'm not. Yes, it did save. Okay. I don't know. It sounded like the plague to me, so. We're gonna inject ourselves with some great fun. Either I'll die or I'll live.
Are you sure about your choice, Oliver? Or are you still in doubt? It doesn't matter, I suppose. You'll learn the results quickly enough.
I'm sure I will. Can I take this?
Now, mustn't be greedy.
Oh yes, of course we mustn't be greedy. No. Okay. Got some books here. We've got... Oh, take journal. Okay. Let's have a bit of a... Oops. Have a look at the journal. Okay, it's a little bit easier to read at least. Subject Abe W. Okay, so I would recommend reading all this because it is crucial to the story. The subject was involuntarily admitted to the hospital, suffering from confusion of sexual identity. The patient, a male, habitually dressed in female clothing, affected a feminine appearance, and cherished certain possessions most commonly associated with women and young girls. It was determined that the subject would make an excellent test case for the application of Dr. Cotton's focal infection theory. So, the treatment plan called for the patient's feminine accoutrements to be denied him. So they took away his possessions that were feminine. After each test event, he was to be interviewed to determine if his sexual confusion had been eliminated. Okay. So they do a variety of tests. They've removed his teeth, but upon post-surgical examination, it was observed that he still had indications of decay. But it didn't change his sexual confusion from removing his teeth. So it was theorized that a cluster test surgery would be more efficacious than a prolonged sequence of operations, and consequently the next test event would they removed his tonsils, appendix, thyroid, and portions of the upper intestine. How is this supposed to cure anybody? This doesn't cure anybody. This is a good way of getting someone killed. He was unavailable for the interview. I wonder why he was unavailable for the interview. Jeez. Honestly, they did this. He still wanted his feminine possessions to be returned to him. Well, he does own them, so he kind of wants them. They decided to utilize the cluster approach. Another test. So basically they used this person as a guinea pig. They removed the sinuses, the spleen, gallbladder, and one kidney. Subsequent to the operation, the patient was again unavailable for interview, this time for a period of 22 days. Well, they took out sinuses and the spleen and the gallbladder and the kidney. How's this person still alive? Having achieved a limited degree of success, they confined to more precisely targeted areas. Oh, great. So they did more surgical operations where they removed the limbs, they amputated like legs and arms. He suffered major relapse and again requested the return of his feminine possessions. It was determined that a final effort should be made before pronouncing the patient incurable by this method. So they removed the penis, the testicles, the urethra, and prostate. Great. Why is this really disturbing? Other than the fact that obviously how it's been written. All these tissues were saved for later inspection and analysis with regard to possible infection. Great. They removed some glands too. The pancreas. And the subject died 7 days after his final surgery. What a shock. During that week he was withdrawn and listless, but for the first time expressed no desire for his distaff accessories. Thus the surgery is regarded as successful, and it encourages further experimentation along these lines of eliminating mental illness through the excision of infection. So they're going to do more operations like this, even though it kills people. It's classed as a success, so we're going to do more of it. Is this legal? What's been going on? Cutting people up to cure them? And fun fact, these things did happen. Probably not in such an horrific extent, but there are certainly things going on in asylums where they did cut people open. What's this? We've got a... Oh.
It's locked.
Of course it's locked.
Solid metal. If the entire hospital burned down, that door would still be standing.
What a shame. Makes me wonder what you're hiding behind there. Why is there blood everywhere? There's always blood. Don't know how I feel about going down here. The fact that this room... Oh my goodness, there's body parts everywhere. Hands, oh, the brain, eyes, heart. Has he illegally been experimenting on people for his own medical gain? And coming up with some excuse like a patient escaped or something, because you can't, this is no wonder it's been hidden behind his office down here. It's totally messed up. I have a feeling we're going to be talking to the person who that journal was about.
Hello? Dr. Metcalf?
Oh, it's a kid.
Is anyone there? I am scared.
Pay no attention to the boy. Oh, don't worry. He can't hear me. Only you.
I won't hurt you.
Okay, it's been a long time since anyone came to visit me.
What's your name?
Well, my mom called me Abby, but after I came here, they said that couldn't be my name anymore.
How old are you?
6.5, but I'll be 7 next month.
He's just a little younger than you.
Does he like to play with dolls?
He likes Batman, and he has some toy soldiers.
I have a doll, except she's missing right now.
What does it look like?
Not it, her. Her name is Samantha. She looks just like my mom. She has long brown hair and a pretty red dress.
What happened to her?
I don't know, but I sure miss her.
I hope you find her.
You sound nice. Would you like to play a game?
Okay, let's play a game. I have every room in this whole asylum, and I know it's just a game. This one's the most emotional room for me. It's very upsetting, and because it's portrayed so well, it's hard not to feel sad down here. It's even more sad than what happened to Marilyn. And I can't get over the fact that it is a child, and these operations were performed on this kid. And Metcalf is clearly hiding all this because he says pay no attention to the boy. This was never supposed to happen down here, and I wonder if his family knew what happened to their child and if they would have committed him. I do know a little bit more about the story in the doll, but for now we won't talk about it. We'll play with this kid and wait for him to say some more dialogue.
What games do you know?
I know. Let's play I Spy. I'll go first. I spy my little eye. Something that begins with T.
T?
Now you try to guess what it is.
Table.
Yay, you got it. Okay, here's another one. I spy with my little eye. Something that begins with L.
You've stopped shivering, Oliver. Perhaps now is a good time to tell you that choosing streptomycin to get rid of your bubonic plague was a smart move.
Yeah, thank you. Gee. Wow. Thank you, Father. You're fantastic. I love you. Thank you for telling me the cure. The only thing you probably have done.
That's it. And you know, even with that light on, it sure is dark in here.
It's pretty
Not like
messy.
the chapel upstairs.
How come?
It's nice and quiet. I like to go there when I'm getting better at my operations. I like the pretty glass windows and the nice music.
What does it sound like?
There's an old man who comes and plays the organ. His name is Mr. Morgan.
That sounds hard.
Dr. Metcalf is trying to make me better. There's a part inside me that's sick, and he keeps trying to find it and cut it out. He doesn't know what it is. It's really nice to keep trying, though.
How many operations have you had?
I'm not sure. There's some where they need to cut me open, and some where they don't. Since I don't have legs anymore, they have to carry me around. And someone has to feed me now, too.
He has no arms or legs. It's so sad.
Do you know what it's called?
They won't tell me. They say I'm too young to understand, but I think I know. I'm sick because my mom wanted me to be a girl.
Or are you a girl?
A boy, of course. I was never confused, only my mom was. She really wanted to have a girl. She used to put me in dresses and brush my hair and call me Abby. I just pretended with her to make her happy.
Did you ever try to tell him?
He isn't a good listener, not like you.
Why does that mean you're sick?
You have to ask him that. I guess if you pretend something to make someone else happy, it means you're sick.
Oh dear. So this is the extra dialogue I was kind of talking about. I've read the book, and like the boy says, his mother really wanted a daughter, but instead obviously had a boy. She was the one who was sort of mentally ill, if you want to use that expression. She wanted a girl so much that she dressed her young boy up. The father was absolutely enraged by this. He kept wanting her to stop, or she'll corrupt the child, and eventually he committed the child, saying that the boy was pretending to be a girl, and I guess the father legitimately thought his boy thought he was a girl. And this is what's happened. He has been committed here because of the father and because of a delusional mother, and I don't know if they know what happened to their child. It is the most depressing thing in this whole entire game. It is really dark, it's really horrible. And reading that journal just makes it so much worse. And to know the little 6-year-old kid who's just trying to make his mother happy because he loved her so much had this horrific thing done to him, and he still doesn't understand because he thinks he's sick. And it hurts. It's pretty painful.
I don't know how to get inside.
Oh, it's easy. Just ask one of the attendants. They've got these big key rings, and the key to the chapel is always the biggest one on the ring. Sometimes they let me open it myself.
Okay, so now we know how to get into the chapel, so we'll go upstairs and go do that now. And leave this room. We're gonna have to come back, I think, a few times.
You're not gonna leave me all alone, are you?
I'll come back. I promise.
Cross your heart and hope that I...
Cross my heart and I promise.
Okay, bye.
We better not hope to die. We've nearly died too many times in this game. I think it's another reason why this secret laboratory was hidden behind the office and downstairs, because no one else is supposed to know about it. There's even blood over the back of the bookshelf. I don't know why this game's atmosphere is just so amazing that the rest of this place doesn't really bother me so much. I play a lot of horror games and adventure games, but it's always that room that actually makes me pretty upset, and it's not the only thing. And I admit that losing Marilyn's baby was pretty bad, but that's way worse. I'm going to the chapel now.
Where's Mom?
She's probably home waiting for us. She'll give you a great big hug when we get back.
Welcome to the chapel. My name is Frank Morgan. I was the visiting organist. Welcome.
It seems most of the other people I've met were inmates.
I guess I just grew attached to this wonderful old organ. Well, and of course, I couldn't be away today of all days.
No, why today?
What's so special?
April 23rd is the feast day of St. George. It's also Shakespeare's birthday, which altogether makes it a great day for England. And of course, there's always tomorrow.
What happens then?
Why, it's your birthday, Oliver. St. Mark's Eve. Did you know children born that day can see spirits and talk to ghosts? I guess you're proving the legend true.
I don't believe in the supernatural. If I'm lucky, this is all a dream. If I'm not, then I'm having some kind of prolonged hallucination.
It always amazes me how far people will go to close their eyes on what's all around them. Very well, Oliver. Believe what you will.
Oh boy, great. This explains so much. We're gonna take these. I'm gonna take the ice pick. I don't remember what the hammer's for. But we're gonna take it anyway. I think we can take it. Okay. We still have all this stuff down here. Let's have a look. I don't think there's much in this chapel that I can remember. No. I wonder if I could take this. Can I take that?
They're meant to handle overflow from the pews, although I don't recall that ever being necessary.
Overflow? I mean, I wanted to take the lance.
It's attached.
Oh, they've attached the whole thing? You can't open it? Or look at it?
Afraid not. It weighs several hundred pounds.
Okay, moving on. I don't think there's much else in this area. Let's move on then. I think now that we have been in the chapel and we've got those two items, we can go back to the boy. He might tell us a little bit more. All these animal heads hanging around here too. Okay, let's go back